In this video, I'm going to take a look at two very interesting watches. We're going to take a look at the Panerai I Luminor GMT, and we're going to take a look at the Parnis Marina Militare GMT. Two very similar watches, and I'm going to talk about some of the distinctions and some of the similarities here. So let's start with the big dog. Let's start with the Panerai. So this watch was bought about a year ago. Very happy with it. It is an all stainless watch, 44 millimeter, the iconic Panerai piece right here that covers the crown protector, if you will. And it is a Luminar, which means it glows in the dark. It has a 72-hour power reserve, and it has a date, as well as a polished bezel and a stainless steel, brushed stainless body, full bracelet, everything. This watch retails for about $12,000, and it's Panerai makes a very exclusive, limited production watch. They're very sought after. See them a lot on Hollywood. Sylvester Stallone wears them. Arnold Schwarzenegger, The Rock. You see a lot of people, a lot of celebrities wearing this rock. Mario Lopez wears one on the Extra show. You can see him often wearing it, and it's got a very good name for itself around the watch community. There are people who love it. There are people who are not huge fans of it, but all in all, it's been a very successful watch. Definitely a high price tag, an exclusive type watch, but I think it is worth the money if you are in the market for something of great value. Next, just a quick overview of the Parnis Marina Militare GMT. So this watch here is what they call an homage watch. It is made by Parnice. They do a really fantastic job at making homage watches. And the similarities are these. So 44 millimeter case as well. The Panerai style crown protector, all stainless, polished bezel, brushed stainless bracelet. Power reserve. Now they do sell a power reserve with this type of style. I preferred for this watch do a little something different. I did a little an orange color instead of the usual green that you can get in green if you like, but I wanted to do a little something different, so I went for the orange as well as the horizontal type power reserve. The GMT is, we'll get to that in a minute, but just to stay with the similarities. Now, again, I said this watch was $12,000. This watch here, I bought this for $150. And if you ask me my opinion on the quality, it is fantastic. It is solid stainless. It's not tinny. A lot of times when you buy something that's really more of a fake or a replica, they're very tinny. They're not well made. This is a very well made automatic watch. Both watches are automatic. There is no battery. It's wound either by the crown or just by wearing the watch. It automatically will wind the watch. Both watches do just that, and they're both great timepieces. This watch, again, it doesn't feel at all tinny. It's the weight is very similar. I'm sure if I put it on a scale, the weight would be very, very close. And it's fantastic. I really like it. It's a great alternative for the money. For $150 versus a $12,000 watch, this is truly a fantastic timepiece. You don't have to worry about losing it. You don't have to worry about people stealing it. You don't have to worry about hiding it from the maid at a hotel. You just enjoy it, you wear it, and you enjoy the styling of it. And I like that it doesn't try to say Panerai. Marina Militare is actually, Panerai, I believe, also may own that name, but I like that they're not trying to say Panerai. This is something that, hey, it's a Marina Militare. It's made by Parnice. It's not trying to be something. It's not as far as the naming, but it is certainly giving homage and respect to the styling cues of the real Panerai. So I'm going to talk now a little bit about some of the other styling cues. I'm going to turn them on their side, and you can see, I mean, even the the style of the side. The Panerai went with a more curved style in later years. I have other Panerais that are more boxy, but they followed on cue with that. There's even a skeleton back on both. You can see from this, and sorry, I was propping one of them up with a battery. You can see that they both have a skeleton winding movement, meaning you can see on both watches the actual movement. And they're really right on point. I gotta say, the bracelets, the bezel, the cases, they're all very, 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 very close. Now, the Panerai, I'm sure, does have a better mechanism inside. I'm sure it'll last a lifetime as far as the engineering that's involved here. But this is no slouch. The Parnice is very well made, and I think it's going to last me a very long time. Some things I do like about the Panerai better, a little more brilliant on the numbers and the little cues here. The date is a lot easier to read than the date here. It's very hard to pick up in this camera, but it does have a date, but it is hard to read. So if you are looking for an alternative, something that will be a great value, I think the Parnice is definitely the way to go. But if you have the scratch, hey, get yourself a Panerai. They are fantastic watches. I have two of them, and they are definitely wonderful, and something that where Parnice, they make a lot of Panerai homage watches, and for good reason. They're really popular, and I love it. It's great. We'll say this one thing: the only complaint I have about the Parnice is the GMT. The dial right here, you can see this little arrow here. It's supposed to hold the second time zone. So if you're in New York and you want to have California time, you can set that on the GMT here. Now that's actually, the GMT is hidden right now underneath one of the dials, but this one works. This is the only thing that the GMT, I have not found a way to make this work properly. I've tried a couple of ways. I've reached the people. The customer service is actually surprisingly good for being over in China. They do respond. They are very respectful and kind, and they work with you. But it doesn't seem like this GMT is anything more than just a styling cue. But that's okay. I don't really need a GMT, but it is nice to have that appearance and the word GMT on the watch, just like the Panerai has. But I tell you, you hold these two right next to each other, and the weight is very, very similar. And they sell them in all different colors. This is a little lighter, as you can see, it's more of like a charcoal gray. They do sell in the full black. I like to go a little different on the watches and try something new, not have everything exactly the same. But they are close. They are really, really close. So enjoy. I'll be posting some more videos as time goes on, and happy shopping. And again, you don't have to spend $1 million to look like $1 million. Have a great day.